Vampire Survivors feels like someone dug up a forgotten arcade gem from 1992, dusted it off, then blasted it with 12,000 volts of chaos. Its chunky pixel art and relentless enemy swarms scream early 90s, but instead of button mashing combos, you're a walking turret. Your weapons fire automatically as you focus on dodging, collecting XP gems, and trying not to get swallowed by the horde. The inspiration is clear. Castlevania's gothic flair meets a hypnotic loop of old school survival shooters. But here's the twist. Weapon synergies can turn you from prey to apex predator. Every run is a mad science experiment, and the right combos can turn a desperate scramble into a smug victory. It's cheap, addictive, and proof that sometimes the best modern games are the ones that remember how fun the 90s really were. You'll start out barely surviving, but by the end you're obliterating entire screens with evolved weapons that feel like cheat codes. It's the kind of game that you boot up for 5 minutes and somehow lose 3 hours, and honestly, you won't even be mad about it. Wild Hearts is EA's attempt to ride Monster Hunter's success. It's a complete clone, but it is beautiful. The world is a watercolor dream of cherry blossoms, ancient temples, and monsters that look like Mother Nature is finally fighting back. But beneath the stunning visuals is a game that feels like it skipped playtesting and went straight to marketing. Combat is flashy, but the novelty wears off when you realize playing solo is a grind fest. Keep that in mind if you're like me and don't have any real friends. Bosses are damage sponges, and the pacing drags. The punishing solo experience makes you question your life choices somewhere around your 5th death by a volcanic lava squirrel. Multiplayer helps, but it's not a fix. Wild Hearts wants to be bold and inventive, but it ends up being beautiful, bloated, and occasionally broken. It's Monster Hunter, but built with IKEA furniture. It looks great, but good luck assembling it. But what do you guys think? Am I being too harsh, or does this feel like another EA money grab? Skate 4 is less than a superior return to the franchise and more of a faceplant to the pavement. After years of fans begging for a sequel, EA finally delivered. An early access experiment that feels like it was designed by someone who's only seen skateboarding in Fortnite. EA had 15 years to listen to the fans who just wanted an up-to-date version of Skate 3 with some new areas to explore. Instead, they got loot boxes, microtransactions, and cartoon animations. The skating itself can sometimes be fun, but often it's broken. Yes, the game is still in early access, but if this is the foundation for what the game's going to be, then it doesn't look good. Skate 4 doesn't just alienate its core audience, but it ollies over them, lands awkwardly, and then tells them they need microtransactions to fix the board. At this point, calling it Skate feels generous. It's more like trip, stumble, and wait while we load your nostalgia. I feel like Earth Defense Force doesn't get the credit it deserves. The world has been invaded by giant insect aliens, and you, just a simple recruit, are one of the last lines of defense to save it. It's a game that doesn't take itself too seriously. Like, this is the standard EDF uniform. These are the only pants that would fit into the power armor, and honestly, I'm not even mad about it. I've worked hard on this body, and I'm proud of it. You'll fight giant ants with a laser bazooka and a targeting device that rains hell from above. Visuals are slick, the tone is dark, and the gameplay is gloriously unhinged. I like to think when all of this is over, I'm gonna open up a construction company, so all this demolition really isn't quite a bad thing. Iron Rain proves that sometimes the most effective way to fight an alien insect army is with maximum absurdity and minimum pants. But what do you think? And more importantly, what game do you think I should do next? A quick ad read, slide smooth with Big D's lubricant. Whether you're fitting pipes, greasing gears, or getting rid of the squeakies, Big D's delivers unmatched slickness and long-lasting protection. When gears start to grind, things can get intense. Sparks fly, heat builds, and without the right touch, it comes to a stop. That's where Big D's lubricant comes in, your go-to for keeping things smooth, slick, and oh so satisfying. Engineered for high performance, Big D's penetrates deep, reduces friction, and keeps parts moving like they were made. Even when it's your favorite heavy-duty machinery, Big D's knows how to treat you right. So if your equipment's feeling a little stiff, don't force it, caress it with Big D's, because when things get hot, tight, and under pressure, Big D's always delivers. Now back to the game review. Nothing like making tea with the boys. Hades is a roguelike that hits harder than an uncle at a family reunion. You play as Zagreus, son of Hades, trying to escape hell with nothing less but sass, speed, and abandonment issues. Every run is a chaotic ballet where dodging, dashing, and slaying demons feels like learning steps to a waltz. All of this while your Olympian relatives bless you with power-ups and passive-aggressive compliments. Every time you die, you wake up in a pool of blood at the foot of your father's throne, losing temporary upgrades but keeping the permanent progress like currency, weapons, and story development. Death is part of the loop, where each run builds your strength and reveals more of the narrative. The game's art style feels like it's hand-painted with vibrant colors, all while the soundtrack absolutely crushes, but the real talent shows up in the writing. It's witty, sharp, and makes learning about Greek mythology both addicting and exciting. If you haven't played Hades, you're missing out on one of the sweetest, stylish, and most satisfying roguelikes ever made. Put it at the top of your list and fall in love, with perfect timing too, as the sequel Hades 2 just launched on the Switch 2 and Steam.
I shall see you back at home.
Battletoads and Battlemaniacs is a wild ride through pixelated mayhem that's equal parts exhilarating and punishing. Released for the Super Nintendo in 1993, the sequel amps up the visuals with vibrant sprites and fluid animations that make every punch, kick, and exaggerated transformation feel like a Saturday morning cartoon gone rogue. You play as Zitz and Rash on a mission to rescue their buddy Pimple and a kidnapped TV star from the clutches of a dark queen. The game starts with the classic beat-em-up action, but quickly veers into chaos. Turbo bike chases, snake jumping gauntlets, and roller coaster death traps that demand pixel-perfect reflexes. It's fun, no doubt, but it's the kind of fun that laughs in your face when you fail, and you will fail a lot. The music absolutely slaps, and the co-op mode is a blast, and the level design is imaginative, but the difficulty, brutal. It's a test of endurance, memory, and sheer stubbornness. If you're up for a challenge wrapped in neon madness, Battlemaniacs delivers. Just don't expect mercy. Blueprints drops you into the shoes of Simon P. Jones, rightful heir to the Mount Holly estate. That is, if you can unearth the 46th chamber room. But good luck. The house rearranges itself like a Rubik's Cube with a grudge. Every time you open a door, you draft a new room, and the layout morphs in a way that makes you question your reality and your choice of floor plan. Along the way, you'll collect keys, gems, and notes, all essential for unlocking new areas and piecing together the mansion's hidden secrets. You'll solve puzzles, decode cryptic notes, and put together fragments of lore only to realize the mansion is hiding layers that you didn't even know existed. Just when you think you've beaten the game, it throws another curveball with more secret rooms, hidden mechanics, and strange symbols that make you wonder if you truly understood anything at all. Blueprints never stops pulling you back in, proving that no matter how many times you think you've beaten the house, its deepest riddles are still waiting to be solved. This isn't just a game, it's a visual symphony of sci-fi horror and cosmic elegance. Returnal is what happens when a bullet hell shooter and a psychological thriller have a baby. Then you toss that baby into a time loop on a haunted alien planet. You play as Selene, an astronaut who crash lands on the planet Atropos, where death is not the end. Every time you die, the world reshuffles like a sadistic deck of cards. The gameplay is fast, fluid, and ferocious. You'll fight your way through biomes that feel like Edgar Allan Poe and H.P. Lovecraft started a rave party. The enemies are relentless, the bosses are nightmares, and the story is a cryptic brew of memory, trauma, and alien architecture that makes you question your sanity. It's exclusively on the PlayStation 5, and it uses that hardware like a chef uses a flamethrower. It's fast, fun, and beautiful. Returnal is brutally difficult, but it's hypnotically fun. It's like Groundhog Day, if Bill Murray had a plasma rifle and childhood trauma. Enter the Gungeon is a chaotic, bullet-drenched love letter to roguelikes and retro shooters. Developed by Dodgeroll and published by Devolver Digital, it throws you into a labyrinth fortress where every room is a firefight and every enemy is a pun, literally. You're battling sentient bullets. The game's pixel art is crisp, the soundtrack's punchy, and the humor is delightfully absurd. You'll dodge roll through waves of enemies, flip tables for cover, and wield guns that range from practical to downright ridiculous, like one that Sapphire's fish. Each run is procedurally generated, meaning no two attempts to kill your past are ever quite the same. It's tough but fair. When you die, it's usually your fault, and with 4 unique characters plus some unlockables and hundreds of weapons and items, replayability is off the charts. Whether you're a roguelike veteran or just love stylish chaos, enter the Gungeon is a blast, literally.